worked very hard for this. My mother and father built this. I helped them to do this. My brother seems to think that he's going to get some kind of payout. It couldn't be further from the truth. I tried to offer a deal with him to split this so we can rent this out, and both of us would neither one of us would have to work for the rest of our life if we rented this out. We'd have a passive income. There's no equity in the house. I just got this letter that shows that my dad basically died with about $3,000 in his bank account and $800 of shares. That was just transferred to an administrator's bank account. Not my bank account, not my brother's bank account, not our bank account, but their bank account. The only people who are going to profit from the sale of my house is the county of Putnam County, not my brother and I. If I could ask God before me, God, I would ask you to say this to my brother. What do you think is going to happen when they force the sale of this house? What do you think is going to be the benefit to you? Nothing is going to be beneficial to you from the forced sale of this house. Everything will have to be put in storage. Who's going to be stuck with that bill? Me. For 2 years, I've been paying the mortgage here and the maintenance and doing everything I possibly can to save this house. And my brother knows damn well my dad's last wishes were to leave this house to me in my name, so I can continue taking care of it and honor his legacy. Not to watch the county sit here and take away what my mother and father built on because of my brother's mental illness and inability to grasp basic reality. Basic reality. I told my brother, your dad is dying. Come to the hospital. Dad's dying. No, he's not. Mom's dying. Oh, no, she's not. The house is only worth $240K. Oh, no, it's not. This is a crime. The judge knows that handwritten will. Those were the last wishes of my father. Knows those videos were valid. It's all on social media. I'd like to make a deal with my brother to save this place. You cannot find a piece of property in this part of New York surrounded by state land that's designated for hunting that is this quiet, this beautiful, and this peaceful in this area. You cannot find it. These paintings are supposed to be in a gallery and in a museum, not just sitting here while my brother has just dumped a bunch of shit to getting free storage for me off the back of his family. Free storage. I'm paying for the storage for all this. I'm paying for everything. It's such a hard thing for me to have to deal with. To have to let go of something that there's just this sick sense of entitlement that my brother has. There's a sense of entitlement that the world owes him something. Isn't paid for anything, hasn't done anything, but just suck money out of my parents, out of my family. And here I'm trying my best to save my home, to save our house, to save this studio that was built specifically for this purpose of making art. My dad didn't get the real notarized because it was a pandemic and he was very sick with cancer and a fragile immune system, and he was trying to work out some details and print it out. So he made a handwritten will and some videos. So God, why isn't that recognized by the court? It's not recognized by the court because my brother seems to think that was coerced, or this is somehow unfair to him. When my dad dies, I find him in here telling me he's going to live here for free. Me, this, and the other thing. And we're supposed to just support him. I said, no. You could rent the place out, you could take the mortgage, and you could have an apartment here. Or we could have a tenant here. But selling the place, it's just going to cause more financial problems. And basically, it's just erasing the fact, God, that my parents paid to bail my brother out of jail his entire life. His entire life getting in trouble, them bailing him out of trouble. They died broke. My parents, great artists. Obviously much better than my brother and I. I could never make something like that. I'd like to try, I'd like to aspire to. But my parents struggled financially. They struggled, and their nest egg went to the lawyers for my brother, who crippled somebody who did a lot of stupid shit that he was accused of, that he didn't do, or whatever, okay? And it caused a lot of stress for my parents, and now they're both dead. And I'm trying to save this legacy and trying to negotiate some type of agreement with my brother before this is taken away by the county, who's salivating over this property. It's fucking wrong. And God, if I could say to my brother, I would say to him, what the fuck do you think you're doing to our inheritance? There's no fucking payout that's going to come from selling this house. What's going to come is disgrace. And if my father were alive today and he knew what my brother was up to, allowing the county, the same county that put him in jail and put him in probation for shit he didn't do, the same county that has staunch anti-marijuana laws, is going to steal our house, fix this up, sell it for $1 million fucking dollars. It's an acre and a quarter of beautiful fucking land. I need to be marketing this artwork to galleries, not have some judge tell me, oh, you can't sell your artwork, you can't sell, you can't have a business that you set up with your father. All because of my brother. He was so pissed off at my dad. Oh, Dad yelled at him too much. He was angry. He went fucking crazy from being in the army. And he kept assaulting my father. So I kicked him out of here and said, Ollie, take care of your brother. Keep giving him fucking money. I gave him money right up until my fucking father died. I was giving my brother money. Out of my own pocket. Helping my father pay the bills. Cleaning up piss and shit. And if my father were alive today, when he was very upset, my father was very fond of saying, I could have you killed. That's what my father would say. And I swear to God, man, I swear to God, my brother is just doing everything he possibly can to take this all the way, to make it seem as if he doesn't exist, that there's just Andreas Ducati. There's no Andreas Baffi. There's no Bernard Baffi and Ingrid Baffi that were artists and teachers. So fucking delusional. Couldn't get a fucking $100 storage space for your shit. Had to dump it here instead of letting Dad make his art. Couldn't just sit down and say, hey man, let's patch things up, let's be brothers, let's be friends. You had to call the police on me. You had to charge me with harassment, for Christ's sake. After you come in here, you break shit, you fucking steal shit. What a fucking shame. God, I'm telling my brother to see what he's doing. How wrong it is. To disrespect his own family. My parents were artists. They weren't business people. They weren't businessmen. They weren't fucking lawyers. They didn't know about how to get a proper will fucking done. What the fuck do you want me to do about it, God? Want me to be punished? By some fucking penny pinching sticklers for the rules with their pen and paper. Oh, where in the book does it say this? I don't know, where in the book does it say that you can take somebody's house away that doesn't fucking belong to you? Fucking tired of this shit. God, don't take our house away. Make some deal with my brother. We gotta move on making art. Instead, I gotta go deal with more lawyers today. And why? Why? Because of this kid. Because of this kid. He's not fucking home. He's not home. Once we can rent this place out, we can rent an apartment out here, and we can split it. We can fix it up and then sell it. But this is supposed to be a business. This is where we're supposed to be running a business out of. Not be going to court for 2 years every other fucking week. Dealing with people who have no idea about art, about my father's legacy. Have no clue how great an artist my father was. Nor do they care. Such a bullshit trip.